After a pretty mediocre Game 7 last night, of which Steph Curry absolutely owned the Rockets once again. And I mean, if you're a Rockets fan, you probably feel the same way France did in the Olympics. Because every time you see this short devil Curry come out, you know it's over. You know your season's going to end. And there's really nothing you could do about it, no matter how good or bad your team is. And just the state of Texas basketball has been literally cursed. I mean, these are the records for the Mavs and Spurs post trade deadline. And, the Mavs, we've talked about this before, but they've had these terrible injuries all year. Obviously, the Luka trade happened. Popovich retired. Like, it's just been legitimately cursed. And on top of that, the number 2 seed Rockets in their best season in forever get upset by the Warriors. It's been rough. If you in Texas, listen, you're probably hyped for NFL season. You're counting down the days because it's been rough for y'all. I'm not gonna lie. And I can't think of a more embarrassing way for your season to end than fucking Buddy Hield putting up generational historic numbers on your ass. Although it may not seem like it so far, this is not a video of me just roasting Texas basketball. This is a video of me talking about my favorite time in the NBA season. Right after round 1 ends. Because round 1 of the NBA playoffs fucking sucks. And it sucks every single year. Now, in case any of you guys don't know this, back in 2003 and prior, the first round of the NBA playoffs was a best of 5 instead of a best of 7. And I really do think the NBA should go back to this model. I mean, in this modern TikTok day and age where all of our brains are fried, a best of 7 is just far too long for a round 1. And it leads to about majority of the matchups not even mattering and people not caring whatsoever. If you want a visual representation of, oh my god, I can't believe I got that off. This is literally my third take trying to get that shit off. But in case you wanted a representation of how bad it really is, Roger Goodell reading names off a fucking card for 2 hours averaged more viewers than the peak viewership in last year's finals, which was a finals with Luka, Jason Tatum, Boston Celtics, Kyrie Irving, full of superstars and big franchises. And they still couldn't even beat Roger Goodell getting booed and reading off cards. So clearly this is a problem. This problem, to me, stems from the fact that way too many teams just make the fucking playoffs. Listen, if you have 16 teams, 8 East, 8 West, right, all make the playoffs, that's more than half the league. That is not a representation of the best teams. So in the first round, you're going to see teams just get fucking bopped that are just not even going to stand a chance, and it's uncompetitive, and it's not fun to watch. You can ask Cavalier fans from Cleveland. I don't know how many of them there are, but you can ask Cavalier fans if they even enjoyed this first round stompage of the Heat. It isn't fun or entertaining to watch, genuinely, even if you are a massive fan of the team. And that series in particular, the problem stemmed from the fucking play-in. Back during COVID days, during that bubble, the play-in made sense. The reason why it's still around these days confuses me. I have no clue, because the 10th seed Heat snuck in because the rest of the regular season just doesn't fucking matter. And let's make it matter even less, because you can just get in as a 10th seed if you just win 2 games at the end of the year. It makes no fucking sense. I don't understand why. And it just leads to historic stompings and uncompetitive, unfun to watch series. I mean, if you just look at these first round matchups, the only genuinely fun to watch competitive series was the Nuggets Clippers, which even that one had a blowout game 7 that by halftime was fucking over. And if you look at the rest of these series, which one was a fun competitive series? The Timberwolves smoked the fucking Lakers. Smoked them. Maybe if they had Anthony Davis, it'd be a little more fun to watch, but smoked them. The Thunder Grizzlies smoked them. Boring series. Smoked them. Cavaliers Heat. That's a historically smoked them bad series, right? The Bucks Pacers could have been more competitive if Dame was there, but even when he was there, they were getting cooked. It's always fun to watch Giannis do his thing, so I'll give him that. Knicks Pistons, I'm a biased Knicks fan, so I like that series, but for a casual audience, I don't believe they liked it at all. And Celtics Magic was just straight belt to ass. It was just straight belt to ass. And that's, of course, expected because Boston is an incredible team. But you guys see what I mean. Like, who's watching this shit? Like, this shit is not fun. This shit is not good basketball. The playoffs in any sport should be the embodiment of the best teams. And the first round of the NBA playoffs is their first impression. I mean, think about it, right? You have an 82 game regular season, and majority of people just aren't fucking watching that. Like, that's way too many fucking games. Only more of the diehard NBA fans are watching, like, let's say 60 games or more in a regular season, right? Like, that's even a lot. Like, the casual audience is not watching anything close to that. So the playoffs in the first round and the play-in is their first impression of the NBA season, essentially, because so many people just don't watch until the playoffs start. And your first impression being all of these blowouts and uncompetitive teams. I mean, the fucking Lakers are making the playoffs this year, and this Lakers team sucks. Like, the Heat made the playoffs this year. That Heat team is fucking terrible. Like, these are not good representations of the top teams in the NBA. And Adam Silver needs to massively change this shit up. He needs to contact the rest of the aliens on whatever planet he fucking came from and figure out a way to save this league, because the minute King James retires, the interest is going to hit an all-time low. We all know this. I mean, this was the NBA slate for round one of the NFL draft during that time. And look at this lineup. You had the Clippers Nuggets, which, has been the most entertaining round one series by far. You had Thunder Grizzly, which, Thunder is a big team, a lot of fans. You got Shea, Farm, and Aura over there. And then you have the Knicks, one of the biggest franchises in the world, which I'm a huge Knicks fan. I'm a diehard Knicks fan. And even I was fucking watching Roger Goodell read off names as opposed to watching this shit. I'm just letting you guys know straight up. The interest is just not there at all at this moment in time for the first round of the NBA playoffs. And there needs to be a change, and soon. The NBA already lost Christmas games to the NFL. They're losing, even in the draft. I mean, it's the fucking off season. It is the off season. There is no way that your playoffs, your best product of the year, should be getting overshadowed by that. Even last night's game 7, like, this was hyped up. This was supposed to be a fire ass game. You had two big franchises, Golden State and Houston, full of superstar players. Well, at least Golden State side, because Jalen Green had one of the worst series he could have possibly had, fucked up his career. And Sengun literally just plays like he's playing pickup. He's unbothered. And clearly that wasn't working for him. But anyways, this series in general should have been a lot better. It should have been way more competitive. And Game 5 and Game 6 were straight up boring ass blowouts. It was pretty ass. And even Game 7, it was basically just one half of a game. The first half, by halftime, everyone knew it was over. The Rockets were already booking their flights to Cancun by that point. I mean, the best part of this Game 7 is when Draymond fucking clocked Fred VanVleet. And by the way, just saying, robbed of Defensive Player of the Year. I've never seen Mobley shut down a player this well. Anyways, on a more positive note, which is rare for me, the reason why this is the best time of the NBA season, the end of the first round, is because the second round is usually full of bangers. The second round is usually pretty fire. I mean, last night we had game 1 of Pacers Cleveland, and the Pacers fuck around and stole a game at home in Cleveland. And that's a crazy upset. That makes this series very, very entertaining. Much more entertaining. The fact that they stole game 1 on the road. And as someone that has been a big hater of Mr. What the Helly, probably because he usually sucks whenever he plays the Knicks, this series is a massive prove-it series for him. If he is able to take down the Cleveland Cavaliers, this playoffs, like in this series, he is going to solidify himself as one of the actual top point guards in the league and one of the best players in the East, especially if Giannis leaves for a Western Conference team in the offseason. Which, by the way, my dream spot for him and his dream spot should be the Spurs. Because him and Wemby and potentially Cooper Flag, if they're able to keep that pick, would be a legitimate dynasty for the league for like a decade. And it'll be fun as hell to watch. Anyways, back to teams actually good enough to be in the playoffs. This next Eastern Conference series is the banger, bro. This is the one. As a Knicks fan, we have not played the Celtics in the playoffs since fucking 2011. And this is the moment. This is it. As a Knicks fan, you got to cherish the times that you're actually fucking good, because majority of your life you were not in the playoffs. Like, legitimately, we were not a playoff team majority of my life and your guys' life, wherever you're watching. And now we finally, the last 3 years, have been a consistent playoff team, and we get Boston. I could not be more excited for this series. I can't believe I'm saying this because I've never been more excited for seeing my team get fucking swept. But listen, Celtics are insane. They're a really good team. The Knicks are good enough to beat bad teams, but not necessarily good enough to beat good teams. So it should be a smoke show. It should be 4-1, 4-0. You know, I won't be 4-0. We're fucking taking one at the Garden. But 4-1, 4-2 at best. But even with that, there's so much history and tradition in this series that every game is going to be exciting as hell to watch. Both fan bases are going to show out. So both stadiums are going to be full as hell. The energy is going to be there. And it's going to be full of legendary moments from either side. Because let's say Tatum, right? Let's say Tatum goes fucking crazy against the Knicks. That's his like all-time Celtics moment kind of, you know? Because Celtics legends, they always have one thing they're historically known for, right? And if Tatum finally plays the Knicks and smokes them, like just has a crazy series and bops them out, that's like his all-time Celtics moment right there. And especially amplified if they end up getting the chip this year and going back-to-back. Then we need to have some serious conversations about where we put this Celtics team all time, because not that many teams go back-to-back. So that finishes with the East. One great series, one pretty good series. Other side, the West, stacked. Thunder Nuggets. This is literally the MVP race coming to fruition. Shea versus Jokic. While both teams may not be equal outside of those two players, just the superstars going back and forth in this MVP race all year, and now in this series, that series is going to be so much fun. And if Jokic is able to take down this insanely good Thunders team, even if he doesn't win the championship, which he probably will if he takes down the Thunders team, even if he doesn't, like, this is someone that's already like borderline top 10 all time, and winning a big series like this is what cracks you in. Because you guys know they will not win unless Jokic goes fucking insane. And if he does, they advance. This is a big legacy game for him. And on the flip side, Shea the Aura King, this is a big legacy game for them. Because their team has been really good now for a couple of years, and everyone keeps using the excuse, they're too young, whatever. This was the breakout year for Shea. He's going to win his MVP. And this is when he has to take the next jump. This team is really fucking good. They should beat this Nuggets team. They should make the finals, if we're being honest. Anything short of that is kind of a failure of a season for them with how well they've done all year. So this is big for, honestly, both of their legacies. And I can't fucking wait. It's going to be so much fun. And on the other side of the West, we got the old man slayer, Ant-Man himself, trying to claim another victim. Listen, if y'all haven't been watching the Timberwolves this year, Ant-Man has been literally one of the funnest players to watch. Every series with him is just him going back and forth, talking shit, dunking on motherfuckers. It's insane. It's the most entertaining basketball right now. Paired up against Steph Curry and these Warriors, which Steph Curry, to me, is the most entertaining player to watch in the NBA and has been since he had his breakout year in 2015, to be honest. Like, it's been a decade straight of super entertaining basketball, and I don't want it to fucking end. But Ant-Man will claim another victim. Ant-Man will claim another victim in a very entertaining series in my book. Let's call it 4. I think this is going 7 again. I think this is going 7 again. And it's gonna be fucking fun. Like, this is what I'm saying. Round 2 is when the season actually fucking starts. And I can't wait for this shit, man. I can't wait. It's gonna be fucking legendary. It's gonna be better than paying off 18 years of child support in one fucking day. I really didn't expect to be ranting for this long, so I'm gonna get out of here. I just wanted to say, in case any of you guys like this video and wanted some more shit, wanted some more rants, I got another video out there just roasting Luka Doncic and gassing up Nico Harrison. And I got another video in case you're a Giants fan, just copy him for the draft, because I think it went really well. And in case y'all didn't watch those 2 bangers, you guys don't know my spiel by now, listen. This job market is terrible. Y'all know this. Your boy's trying to make a little bit of coin. Help me out a little bit. Help your boy out. Throw a little like or dislike if y'all didn't like it. Throw a comment or a hate comment. I love reading hate comments. I'll go back and forth with you all day. But whether you like the video or not, throw me a subscription, bro. Please. I'll know it's free. Take care. I'll see y'all on the next one.